It's Can Me Be Unchained.
I want to talk a little bit about Black Lives Matter and what they're really about. You know, not the saying so much, but the organization itself.
Huh?
Like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Going off the jump. Black Lives Matter is a racist, sexist, violent hate group. What are you doing? That's the organization. That's not the saying. The saying is very agreeable. And this is something that politicians have been doing for a long time. They take words that are very agreeable and they spin them and twist them. And then they demonize you if you don't agree with what's behind those words.
Well, that makes sense.
Let's go to the 60s, right? You got Lyndon Baines Johnson. He had some great society measures, right? How can you disagree with the wording? We want society to be great. We want the country to be great. When you're talking about great society and the measures behind it, if you're against them, are you against having a great society? That's like, what are you guys doing? Some of the stuff that they passed through that great society wasn't exactly great. You know, did a lot of damage, hurt a lot of people, continues to hurt people to this day, in particular with their war on poverty, where it decided to incentivize people staying poor.
Yeah!
Like Pavlov's dog. So the idea is that they Pavlov trained his dog with the whistle, and he would feed him. So every time the dog heard the whistle, he automatically got hungry. So if we're incentivizing people to stay poor, here, you stay poor, you stay under this dollar amount, and here's a check. Ba-ching, right? If you stay poor and you have a kid, don't worry about it. Ba-ching. You know what I mean? Yeah, more than one kid. Here, we're going to give you money per kid. So what is that really doing? What is that teaching people to, like, how is that teaching the behavior? They're literally incentivizing people to not get married. They're incentivizing single motherhood. And they're incentivizing people having mass amount of children that are going to grow up without fathers. Otherwise, if let's say they got married and that took them over the poverty line, they're going to lose out on that handout. And it doesn't stop there. What are you doing? They go from that to giving you housing, public housing projects. They're basically giving you a free place to stay, a free place to live. But you got to stay within this line of poverty. So if you're going to try to achieve more, how do you got to do it, right? You got to avoid anything that has any sort of record. So you got to do stuff off the books, maybe even lead into doing stuff illegal, right? And when you grow up in that household, single parent household, you're 10 times more likely to end up in prison.
No!
Okay? So you're raising a kid without a father. Who's the leaders? You're going to look around in the community. You're shoved into a little box with 1,000 people. Not many jobs in the neighborhood. It's like a whole messed up situation.